comments area here. But today, I just wanted to take a quick 5 to 10 minutes and share with you. I'm a brand strategist. I love to help people look at ways to optimize their personal brand. And I'm here on LinkedIn. I'm also on YouTube this morning, but I myself have been big on LinkedIn for several years now. And I'm a big believer that the platform is only continuing to have more value to you than hosting your resume, right? So if you have not yet, if you've been on LinkedIn, but you're like, Stephen, I don't really engage here. I don't necessarily have a day-to-day presence. I think you're missing out on a big opportunity to do so. And so one of the things I wanted to share today, and I'm just going to remove that screen for a second, is one thing, at least one or two things that you can do to optimize your LinkedIn profile, right? One of the things I think we miss out on an opportunity to do is to optimize the branding, the visual side, the brand identity end of our social brand. And I'm going to show you in just a second one of exactly how this applies. Right? So let's first talk about that before I show you exactly what I think this one thing is that you can improve. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm on LinkedIn, right? Let's say someone's looking for someone. Let's say a recruiter is looking, and I typed a random search, right, for a consultant, HR consultant. Let's say in Charlotte, right? And they're looking for people, right? I know I was actually just doing this for Miami and found a good use case. So let me come back here, right? And this speaks to the messaging about why you optimize for. Let me just make sure I am actually able to. Okay, so you guys are seeing this window. I'm still getting used to this platform that we're using here. I'm actually leveraging StreamYard to do these live streams, by the way, if you're interested in knowing that level of detail. But coming back here, one of the use cases where you need to make sure your platform's optimized is in the messaging. Because when somebody does a search, let's say for a title, LinkedIn search engine is just as robust as is Google or let's say YouTube, right? So let's assume a recruiter or somebody looking for a particular freelancer in a particular geographic area is going to search on LinkedIn looking for someone like you. So in this example, somebody's looking for an HR consultant in Miami, right? And they search. Two things are going to help you here. One is the level of connections that you have, right? So people always say, well, do I need to connect to everyone else on LinkedIn? Well, when you see this search for people that comes up, it immediately shows me people based on the levels of connections that we share. So Fabiana Neves, and my Jamaican accent probably did her name a big injustice here, is the first person that comes up. And there's a couple of reasons for that. The first is she's the closest person connected to me directly, right? This lady below probably has equal qualifications for an HR consultant in Miami, but she's one level removed from somebody that I'm connected with, right? So it helps for you to have good quality connections, but more. The next thing that helped this person reach to the top of the search is making sure HR consultant is layered within the copy of her page. So let's just hop on our page here, right? And this ends up being like way more than one thing, because that's not the one thing I'm sharing with you today. But with me, I always somehow end up giving extra. In Jamaica, we call that brata, right? I know Annette's here. You probably getting a good chuckle off of that. But you can see here, she has human resources, HR, peppered within her summary, peppered within her profile, probably in different titles. So looking for an HR consultant, maybe there are other people with better profiles, but again, she's a second tier connection. And so she's going to rise to the top. When I pull her profile up, there's a big area of visual real estate that is missing, and it's missing on way more profiles than it should. It's this area, it's this cover image that is a big miss. This is an opportunity for you to share information, for you to optimize your brand and to really stand out from the other 10 people I will look at of 12 that have no graphic here. Even so much as to create a simple graphic with a color that you like, that's not too loud, right? Or not, thinking about LinkedIn, making sure it's still professional. But do something more than the standard default LinkedIn graphic for your cover image. Yesterday, I made a decision to optimize my own profile image. And since I'm going live, I chose to share my brand color, my headshot, my name logo, telling you that I go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m. There's a call to action to my website and to my social handle, and it tells you where I'm most active on live stream. If somebody lands on your profile, make sure that before they scroll the page, right? So everything above the fold. So before I scroll, right? An about section is below the fold. Everything here is above the fold. What they see here is copy. I'm the host of the podcast. I'm a marketer at Sands, right? And it's telling them, right, information about me in a quick snapshot, but there's not much copy real estate, but you can see a good clean headshot, and you can see a very good cover image. Now, I'm going to stop sharing for a second, and I'm going to come back to StreamYard. You might say, Stephen, how can I create, because I don't have graphic design skills. How could I create a good, clean LinkedIn cover image on the fly? Happy you asked. Hey, Annette, Austin. Appreciate you guys hanging with me. Hope you're getting some value from this. I am going to hop into one of my favorite graphic design platforms. It's called Canva. Now, I have a pro account on Canva, but you can accomplish much of this on your own, right? So within Canva, you can create a design and you can search for preset templates. I could look up a YouTube channel art. I could look up a Facebook post, right? Or a cover. And in this case, we are looking for LinkedIn, right? You could create a post. You could create a story. You could create a banner. So let's look at a banner graphic real quick. So as this loads, you know what? I am sharing. LinkedIn graphic, Stacy's saying I didn't realize how important this graphic cover is. It is really important, right? And so within Canva, guys, you could, and I'm realizing that I'm sharing a specific, so I'm learning on the fly as I'm teaching you as well. is I am sharing a specific tab. And so when I open up that LinkedIn banner, one of the things that happens, it gives you a design that is the exact specifications in terms of the length and width of a LinkedIn banner. And on the left side in this column here, it shows you preset templates that you could literally swap out what you want. So if you're not a graphic designer and you're like, Stephen, this is a little bit too complicated for me, you could literally do one of these, right? And we were looking at, what was her name? Jessica. We're going to just say, well, I won't use you, Stacy, because I don't have a headshot for you, but you'll vibe on me. You can upload. Let's do Stacy Abrams, right? We could do a cover. I mean, right? You could put in, you can change the text, the font in here, right? You could choose something that you want. And, you know, you can move stuff around. You can delete things. You can change your color, right? And let's say this is what you wanted for your cover, right? You could simply save this, download it, and I'm gonna go to the extreme here and walk you through this. It might require me to switch my windows, and I'm going back and forth. Justin Barnes, good morning, my brother. All right, so let me hang with me. Again, I told you guys I was thinking on the fly this morning. So let's come back to my profile. If you're on your profile, you're gonna see these pencil icons, and that allows you to edit. By the way, let me just make sure you're seeing my profile again. Right. So you could come in here, right? And edit. Actually, I believe I need to go to the pencil icon. Here we go. So you can change. I should be able to change this image here. Here we go. I just needed to scroll. So you can upload the image, right? And let's go to downloads and let's go to Black Girl Magic and let's pop that in here. And just like that, right? See, it's a perfect fit for this. If you had used the image that had different dimensions, this could be able to be adjusted, but it doesn't need repositioning, right? Technically, you could zoom in if it's something that's not, you know, with that specific dimension, right? But you could play around with whatever you have here, right? Let me not do Miss Abrams any injustice because she is amazing, right? But you see some of the functionality you have here, and you just go on and save what you have there. But I think there is such importance in you making sure that you have a good, clean cover image as well as a profile photo, right? Your profile photo should take up about 60% of the frame. Use a current picture and dress to the expectations of your desired audience. So, you know, if you are Justin Barnes, who is in the financial world, right, and you need to be in a you know, maybe a suit, you maybe don't necessarily need to rock a tie, but that speaks to your audience. Whereas I could always dress, you know, in the pink jacket that I'm rocking because that's more to my personality and serving the audience that I speak to, right? So I hope that has been helpful. I appreciate you rocking with me. Definitely take the time, and I'll talk more in the days to come about ideas to continue to optimize your LinkedIn profile. But at the very least, I said one thing, and I ended up giving you about 5. But you know, your cover image, your profile photo, making sure you have good quality connections on LinkedIn, and optimizing that messaging across your profile, right? In the summary section, as well as the different jobs and experiences and things you've been involved with. Hope you found value in this. Again, if we are connected, that's great. If we're not, I invite you to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm also very active over on Twitter and the gram at Stephen A. Hart, as well as at TB Pod. Hope you guys have a great day and look forward to connecting with you. Again, we'll be here on Friday. I'm talking with Kelly Taylor Leonard, an amazing lady located here in Maryland. And we're going to be talking about a new organization she co-founded called Rise and Run. So I'll see you on Friday at 8 a.m. Have a great day. God bless.